Alright, I got a British Tier 10 submarine, the Seal game here. This is my third game. I've also made a video of my fourth game. Please bear with me. I have a kind of nasty sinus infection that I'm fighting right now, so I may have to mute just to sneeze and blow my nose and clear my sinuses, but I'm going to try to get these two videos recorded real quick and then uploaded later today. So, hold on one second. So I'm divisioned up with a friend of mine, Sinner's Nest. He's a great player. Play on and off with him quite a bit. We both kind of recently taken some breaks from the game, but we're both kind of back. He's transitioning to a new clan. He left one of the bigger, more well-known clans, No Cap. So, not sure where he's going, but he's transitioning to another clan. So he's on his, 3-day cooldown. So he doesn't have a clan tag associated with him. So we have our Z42 in chat saying that the first 3 minutes of the game are incredibly boring and haven't done anything. Wargaming hasn't done anything to change that in 7 years. Well, fair enough, but I think there is a often overlooked portion of this game in its initial positioning. So, anyways, we'll see how he does. He's in the Gdansk, or I'm sorry, he's in the Z42. Our Gdansk, I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's just kind of going out wide. So, we'll see how this goes. My sinuses aren't really cooperating, so I'm gonna kind of be in and out of mute here. But and of course the Z42. Never mind, Al YOLO. Too many ass fucks on this game, on this team. It's kind of funny that I mean, actually the teams are pretty even if you look at them stats wise. We have a couple good players with, I would say, Unicum or Super Unicum stats. And then the red team also has a couple players. They just happen to be a couple good players. They're Petro and Zaudiv are pretty strong players, of course. Or Petro's already taken a massive amount of damage, so he may pose a little bit more threat because he's going to be playing pretty cautious now that he's at half health. Try to ping this cruiser. But my torps have traveled a pretty far distance, and I don't expect them to actually have the range to run this. They have the speed for sure. As I mentioned in the other video, with this config, and again, I haven't really played with the setup on this boat too much, or the submarine. But these torps are 95 knots as I'm playing here. So they're pretty quick. They also hit very hard. I think the base alpha is a little over 13k or in the 13k range. So, yeah, they're no joke. Actually, I can probably check here. Well, I guess it doesn't tell you what they do for damage. I thought it did. But I think it's in the 13k range. So, unlike a lot of the torps that are homing, and they do anywhere from 5 to 7k damage, these hit pretty hard. For the most part, they hit very similar to the non-homing torpedoes. So you can see I get 6 torp hits, and we do 43,000 damage to the Yamato. He's not enjoying life right now. He is pretty much hating life. His DD died. And if you look on the mini-map, you can see that some of the ships are already like pre-kiting and getting ready to run. So, our Gdansk, again, is I'm not really sure what his plan is. We do have a WD player that's in the Libertard, and he's moving up, playing pretty aggressive, which is good. Keeps everybody off me, but we'll see how that goes. Also noticed that our Z42, the guy that said he was going to YOLO, actually went into the enemy's cap, spawn cap, the Z cap, and managed to take it. So, not really helping his team a lot, other than you know, getting those cap points. But and we end up finishing off the Yamato. We got a total of 55k damage, and kind of make a little mistake here. I mean, it happens. Sometimes you read the mini map, and you know, you look at the mini map and you see a boat going a certain way, and you think he's going to come a certain way, and of course he doesn't. So I had a opportunity to go after the Zhao and the Petro here, but Sinners mentioned that the Yamato, the other Yamato, was coming in, so I turned around and went back for him. And yeah, I kind of screwed up this torp run, which, you know, when you have a minute cooldown, it's kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, like I said, I put these torps out, thinking that he was going to cut inside, but he actually went on the other side of the island, so that was a waste. Also puts me on cooldown for another minute, so I can't really do anything until I get some more torpedoes. So one thing I don't like about this the Seal is it has only forward firing torps. I guess in its current configuration, it'd probably be a little OP if you could turn around, kite, and then kind of provide that same level of alpha damage. So I guess it makes a little sense. It would be pretty OP. I mean, I'm sure some people are going to consider it OP to begin with. So we're gonna hold on to our torps here for a second. We still got a few seconds before they come off cooldown. But I really want to see what this Yamato is going to do, because I don't want to waste another set of torps on him. Especially if he's going to reverse and I'm not going to be able to get an angle on him. It does look like he is backing up, so I'm going to put some torps out. And we'll see what happens here. Like I said, these torps are so fast. Well, he gets finished off by one of my teammates, the Bungo. And our Libertard has actually, who's right next to us, and been kind of keeping everybody away from me, which is nice. He's actually got 3 kills, so he's doing really good. Now our Z42 is kind of went back to the team and is helping them run down a bunch of ships that are fleeing. So yeah. The Bungo gets the Shimakaze. This is kind of turning into a rout. Very common in the current meta, I feel like. I don't think them, and I've probably said this before in my other videos, I really think they need to figure out a better way to do the matchmaking, you know. Although, in complete, you know, transparency on this one, these teams are actually, you know, even though it's not playing out that way, these teams skill-wise are pretty even. I guess what I was going to get at is a lot of times you see these games where you have either a couple divisions of really good clan members together, and then against a bunch of 40% players, which is really, really boring. And so got a couple torp hits, did a bunch of damage, and the Bungo got the kill. Again, I don't really care. Although I am trying to get the achievement for submarines where you average 60k damage. So I would like to get that. I'm pretty close to getting it. I think I looked after my 4th game, and I'm within 3,000 average damage of getting that achievement, and it's taken me about 1,000 games. I know a lot of people think subs are easy to play or overpowered or what have you. That hasn't really been my experience. Bad positioning in a sub will get you smashed in milliseconds. So there's definitely a learning curve to them, I think. I think good players will do well with them, and I think bad players will struggle with them. And if you go and you take a peek at the average damage for most subs is very low. The average win rate for almost all subs is also very low. So I would say good players, again, will do good, and average and poor players will do average and poorly. So I think it is what it is. As I mentioned, I've been having fun with this boat. This is my third game, and I had played one after this. So we managed to take out the Petro, who still survived quite a bit, considering he was half life. We also get an oddball torp on the Zao, and almost another torp on the Montana. And those were all just sent out after the Petro that was pinged. So a little widespread and kind of interesting angles. The Zao is actually flooding, and I'm not sure if I get him in this game. I can tell you a lot of people are shooting at him. You see all the shells coming in. It does look like he's still flooding. But the C-42, of all players, finishes him off and gets his second kill. We put our torps on the Montana, who is point blank range for us. The travel time for these torps is so sweet. And we managed to almost finish him off. And we do. We get the devastating strike when he floods out. So 155k, 18 torp hits, no caps, but took very little damage in this game. In the game after this, I actually took no damage, and for most of the game, didn't even have any potential damage. So 18 torp hits, 3 kills, 1 dev strike. Take a look at our base XP. Excuse me, 2402. Libertard, again, WD guy. Those guys are generally pretty good. He had a base XP of 2047, and then, of course, Sinners took third with 1855. No kills, but obviously he had some effect. On the other team, their Petro and their Zao were probably their two best players. They did pretty good. Well, they were on the losing flank, so they were kind of running the whole time. And this game was kind of honestly a blowout, considering that the teams were pretty even. But yeah, pretty good game overall. Detailed information. Did 55k, 7 torps to the Yamato. Did 6 torps, 53k to the Montana. That was a dev strike. The Petro took 2 torps for 10k. Napoli took a couple, and the Zal took that one random torp and a little bit of flooding, but somebody else got the kill. 53k spotting damage, and overall pretty good game so far. Pretty fun boat. Only took 127k damage. I think I got dropped or shot, and then I damage controlled immediately, so almost no damage. So these last 2 games I had 3 kills each, in excess of 155k, I think, or 150k on both games, and total of 127 damage, so pretty crazy. And then, of course, we got our base XP, our XP, our Captain XP, and our free XP. So, overall, pretty good game. Pretty fun boat so far. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, don't like and subscribe. But have a good day. Thanks for watching.